We have seen a lot of anime with an overpowered main character, but what about those titles, where the protagonist decides to hide their powers and pretend that they are not so strong? Each having their own reason, but it sure is satisfying to see when they finally decide to go all out. Let us look at some of those anime where the overpowered main character has hidden powers. Number 5. A certain magical index. In Academy City, a place wholly constructed for the purpose of creating and researching psychic powers. A boy, without even a trace of psychic power of his own, finds an English nun hanging from the rail of his balcony, overcome by hunger. The nun introduces herself as Index and discloses the existence of magic and a secret power struggle between Academy City, on the side of science, and the Christian Church on the side of magic. The boy, who seemingly can't get any powers of his own, does have one thing that can influence the tides in the struggle and everyday life in a city where power is everything: a hand that cancels out all powers, psychic and magical alike. Number 4. Parasyte. Well respected and universally loved by seasoned anime veterans, Parasyte might not be the biggest anime out there, but it is considered one of the greatest ever made. A science fiction horror thriller type series, this anime focuses on the crazy adventures of a 17-year-old high schooler after encountering a strange alien creature. These aliens arrive on Earth and start drilling into the brains of humans, entering our minds and taking control of our bodies. Our main character Shinichi Izumi is lucky as a parasite enters his body through his arm by mistake. This parasite is an intelligent being that has completely taken over Shinichi's right arm. With separate brains and motivations, the two need to work together and face off against a number of interesting and strange enemies. From enemy Parasyte to the military, Parasyte's maxim is at its best when it attempts to answer the more serious and heavier questions. The meaning of life, of existence, our relationship to the environment, the meaning of love. Do yourself a favor and check out Parasyte. You're not gonna regret it. Number 3. The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. Saiki is a student with powerful physic abilities, though he thinks these powers are nothing but a curse. Saiki tries his best to live an ordinary life while keeping his abilities a secret. Sadly for him, he keeps attracting odd people. Will it ever be possible for Saiki to live a peaceful life? The Disastrous Life of Saiki K offers us a story from which it's almost impossible to get bored. I guarantee you'll laugh with every episode where the likable but odd characters go through comical situations. Number 2. Mob Psycho 100. Shigeo Kageyama, or better known as Mob, is our gullible protagonist through this nonsense. An 8th grade telekinetic wonderboy that contrasts his abilities with his insanely lax personality. He shares a similar vibe from our favorite superhero, Saitama, with his blank stare, yet incredible power. While he understands his powers, he finds them to be an intrusion to who he really wants to be, just your ordinary average high school student, trying to make his way through life. But this all plays in part with Mob's ability to self-destruct and unleash his full potential. Mob keeps his personality and emotions in check, suppressing and harboring these abilities at a minimal rate. This is all metered throughout the series, with Mob's power tracked by the percentile. When he reaches 100%, he becomes uncontrollable, almost psychotic, with his natural ability to obliterate any of his surroundings. Number 1. The God of High School. A great anime series that blends comedy into a fun martial arts and supernatural-powered world. This series had us on the edge of our seats right from the first episode with an interesting and strong core concept. We also learned of 3 separate realms: the human realm filled with people, the sage realm filled with demons, spirits, monsters, and a heavenly realm filled with many powerful gods from all across. The series itself surrounds one of the largest martial arts tournaments in the whole world. This tournament's got competitors from these 3 realms facing off and fighting against one another. Powerful magic and supernatural abilities are shared between humans, demons, and gods to make the fight fair. Still, our main character Jean Mori is such a skilled martial artist that he doesn't actually need any magical help whatsoever, due to his insane martial arts abilities and his hidden powers that make him far more powerful than you would originally think.
I'm waiting for the rain. I'm bracing for the thunder. I tweak in the world.